All right, welcome to The Perspective. It's Friday.
Yes.
It's Friday before a
Yes.
short week.
Yes.
There's nothing that feels
oh my gosh,
better.
Yes.
Yes.
There's nothing that feels better and more relieving than knowing that we have a short week next week. My name's McCall, by the way.
I'm producer Butters.
I'm Mima.
And, we like to give you different perspectives on things when it comes to this podcast, hence the name of it. And producer Butters, I want to pitch you an idea here. Frontier is, they're offering $599 unlimited flight tickets. And I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, good for you guys. I've flown once with you guys and it was probably $599. And that's the max amount of money that I will ever spend.
What's the duration?
I think it is.
Sounds like they're desperate for money.
They are, because nobody wants to book with them. It's an all-you-can-fly annual pass, so you can fly for $599
So
a
what
year.
you're saying is I can just live on a plane.
You could, but I would not want to live on this plane. No tea, all shade.
Question.
Like, all shade, I hate you.
Do they have a first class?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I think it's basically like, good luck, get the front seat, whatever. Because when you fly, I don't know if this includes the ticket itself, if it includes the seat. Because every time you fly with Frontier, it's like $40. And it's like, oh, man, I got a steal of a deal. And then it's like $40 for the seat itself, which is stupid, because why wouldn't you just include that in the seat? Like, are you going to put me in the cargo hold and call it good?
You just paid $40 for the flight without a seat.
Correct.
Okay,
So then you
I'll
have
just
to
stand in the aisle. Then
you have to pay $40 for the seat, and then you have to pay for your checked bag, and then you have to pay for your carry-on bag, and then you have to pay if you want like water on the flight, which most other places it's like, here's free water or soda or something. You get one free beverage. Usually I fly Delta, and so it's usually one free beverage, one free snack or something. Yeah.
How many seats are in a row that are on, like, because I imagine, because I've never been on a commercial airline.
Right.
There's an aisle down the center, like on the movies, and then there's seats. Like,
yeah, usually
so how
there's
much
three.
is one row?
Usually
so
there's 3 seats.
So if you bought all 3 and just used the center one, or whatever.
I mean, you could, but then you'd have to buy all 3 flights as well. So it'd be $120 for a seat, and then $120
so wait, you can't just
for
buy
the
a
flight.
and then just buy several seats?
No, you have to.
No.
You
have
there's
to-
one seat for ticket.
Yes.
Well, then why didn't they just include that? That's so
Because
dumb.
it's stupid. Because they're dumb. I hate them.
And then, okay, so I think from what
again,
I understand, these guys, like, they don't even assign you a seat until you show up, and then you could show up and then not have a seat.
So the
it
way
depends
it works,
on which flight you're going.
Okay, so it depends on how you do it, because when you purchase a ticket from them, you can pay the $40 to get your seat assigned. Like, you get to pick your seat. And it's like, it depends on where the seat is how much you pay.
Yeah. So like if it's a window seat or an aisle seat, they're more. If it's a middle seat, it's less.
If you're like me and I don't care where I get
Why would the aisle seat be more?
Because then you're not in the middle.
Yeah.
It's just then you're not in the middle.
I didn't know the aisle seat was desirable.
Well, it's not, but it's less.
It's like window, aisle seat, then center.
Yeah, because if you're on the aisle, then it's more likely that you can like move, or you're just not in the middle seat. That's what's desirable about it.
The window.
Yeah, me too.
I would too.
Buy all 3 seats.
I would too. Then you got to buy all 3 tickets. So it kind of depends on.
Make my own first class. I bought the whole airline.
That's right. You're welcome. That'd be $47,000. So that's my question is, like, with this $599 annual pass of all you can fly, is your seat also paid for? Because like you still have to pay for the seat.
Well, so
I mean, seriously,
when I've flown with them, I didn't pick my seat. I just let them assign it, and I didn't pay extra.
That's
for the
so
seat.
weird. Because when I didn't pick my seat, I had to pay for it anyway. It was so stupid.
But the risk is if you don't pay for it and you let them assign it, if it's overbooked.
Yep, which they always do.
They're like,
You get
like,
bumped.
hey, you didn't pick a seat, so you're getting bumped.
Yep. They always overbook. Anyway, they say you have to be flexible, though, because with this, oh, hey, you can annually fly all you can fly. There's a huge list of blackout dates, most major holidays and popular long weekends. So, Labor Day, Memorial Day, Thanksgiving, all of those. You can't fly then. You have to be flexible because you can only book the tickets the day before the flight, and not every flight's available. Basically, Frontier's offering up a seat that have gone unsold on their flight, so you get the scraps. And the major catch is that you can book the tickets for, quote, free, or actually 1 cent each, but that only covers the airfare, so it doesn't cover your seat. So you still have to pay for seats, baggage, and any upgrades, and only premium seats available on flights that you want, you'd have to pay for them. It wouldn't be an option.
All fly luggage?
Exactly.
Thanks.
Like, put me in the cargo hold, I'll be fine.
So, I mean, that would be kind of fun, not for the holidays, but just saying, like, hey, where do you want to go? Let's go to New York today. We're going to go to New York, fly out, and then we'll come back later in the day.
Yeah, that'd be super fun.
If I lived in Salt Lake, that would be perfect because you just drive, or it's a hop, skipping over to the airport.
Right. I mean, we have an airport here, but we can't fly out of it unless I have a jet, and I don't. Unfortunately, I checked. Fresh
you
out.
You need to find somebody that has a jet.
Fresh out of jets.
I mean, if you know somebody that has a jet, then you might as well just use their jet.
Right. Thank you. I'm gonna go hang out with the Kardashians now. We're gonna hang out. I think they have caviar. I don't know. Probably champagne. It's great. That sounds like a great time. But this situation of airlines brought us into the conversation of lost luggage, which is the most outrageous concept. I think everything that is good, knock on wood, never have I ever had to deal with any sort of lost luggage.
Same.
And after flying this last go round, I just did a carry-on bag. I don't think I'll ever do anything ever again that's not carry-on, just because it was so simple.
So I think it has its ups and downs because, and it also depends on the airline, because I know that I've taken carry-on and you don't get to put your carry-on above your seat. Sometimes you have to go all the way back to the back of the airplane or the very front, depending on where there's a spot for your carry-on. Right. And that to me is a pain because then I have to wait for the airplane to clear out so I can go to the back, grab my luggage, and go.
Right.
Whereas if it's just checked in, all I have to do is get off
That's true.
the airplane
and then hope that they didn't lose it.
That's true.
And
but I don't know.
I guess that's where my mind comes in as 6s, because I typically, when I get my flight, I typically pay for my seat because I want to know where I'm sitting. I like to know. I like the window seats, obviously. I don't love the middle seat. If it's there, whatever skis. But usually I'm flying with Dustin as well. And so if you buy your tickets and you don't purchase your seat, it's a high likelihood that your 2 tickets that are purchased on the same credit card at the same time are not going to be sat next to each other.
Yeah.
So you have to purchase.
So is that every airline?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you have to buy seats on top of the plane ticket.
And usually the seats aren't that much more, like, except for with some of the smaller flights, because smaller flights are like.
You're telling me that if you buy a plane ticket, any of the carriers, you have to buy a seat ticket on top of that?
You don't have to. You don't have to. But if you want to sit with the person that you bought tickets with, yes.
Or you have the awkward task of getting somebody who has a single ticket to move so you can sit with your loved one.
Yes. So it's not, like I said.
I don't want to sit with you.
like I said, it's not usually a ton more money, but it's the same kind of thing. Like if I want to upgrade to first class, or I want to upgrade to Sky Priority or something like that, then, you have to pay for those seats as well. It's just where you want to sit. You want to sit back at the back with the bathrooms, it's like $11. You want to sit up in the middle somewhere, it's like $20, which again,
if you want the window seat, it's $40.
Not usually with Delta, but
I mean,
that's what I've experienced at least.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting, but like I said, I guess that's the give and the take of it, is I would rather pay for my seat and know where I'm sitting, because then you get called onto the plane at different times with different zones that you're in. Based on where you're sitting. And so if you're in like the further back zones, basically, you're just left scraps. It's like, good luck, fend for yourself, children, type of a thing. And with the, I can't remember. Oh yeah. I think with even if you do the checked bag at the gate, it still goes through. You got to go to the baggage claim for it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not like it saves a ton of time if you do the checked bag at the gate, which I don't mind. I'd prefer to do it that way than check it at the front. But anyway, luggage. How does it get lost? I have no idea. We had a friend who had some luggage get lost. And they asked, where's my luggage? And they were like, oh yeah, we found it. We can just ship it to you and it'll be here by like Saturday or something. And our friend was like, sure, whatever. Then I don't have to drive to Salt Lake. It's like an hour and a half or 2 hours from where we're at to get down there, depending on traffic, and airport is a mess. So
Yeah.
he said, he's like, yeah, I'll just wait for it to come in. It'll be fine in, a couple days or whatever. A couple days fly by, literally, and they don't have the luggage. So he calls, he's like, where's my luggage? They're like, I don't know. This goes on for weeks, like back and forth for weeks. And he's just getting frustrated and pent up about it. And they're like, well, he's like, well, you got to compensate me or something. And they said, yeah, we can compensate you, but you have to submit receipts for all of the things that were in your luggage so that we know what was in your luggage. So yeah, you can be comped up to $3,000, but you got to tell us what was in there. And he's like, it's not worth my time to go through and figure out all of the things to get the cash or whatever. And so finally, they just had wrote it off as like a loss. It was going to go to that luggage mall that they have in, what is it, Georgia? Somewhere?
There's
Iowa?
a luggage mall in Georgia?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know this.
Oh, yeah. We'll get into that in a second.
I'm from Georgia. I
So,
didn't know this.
It's the wildest thing. Anyway,
Wow.
so he wrote it.
Listen.
He wrote it off as it was just a loss. It was just gone forever. So he suddenly, like 6, 7, 8 months later,
Suddenly, luggage.
there's luggage on his front porch. They like came home from work one day and he's like, what is this? Why is this here? And it's all banged up because obviously it went on a trip. And so that's what happened. So back to Luggage Mall. Yeah, the light's being weird back there. Back to luggage.
There's like no light on you, by the way.
Great. Hi. It's because this one's out. So
I see that.
yeah. So this place, it's in Alabama. My bad.
Oh.
Down there.
See?
My bad. It's called unclaimed baggage. So you can shop this unclaimed baggage because you never know what you're gonna get with it.
Oh, so they don't let you look inside.
I think you can.
It's like Storage Wars, but with luggage.
Yeah, I think you can, and I think you can't. So I think they open the luggage and then they kind of like they'll put it out so you can shop like clothing and shoes. Like they have an online store. I'm literally looking at it right now. So you've got like your clothing and shoes that you can go through, and it's like there's stuff that's new with tags. There's like, oh hey, I've got this Gucci or Louis Vuitton bag, like all of this random stuff. So like there's this United by Blue Bison snap jacket in charcoal that's $37.49. It's $228 retail. So it's like the DI, but for rich people.
What is it? Unclaimed.
I just don't know if I'd want
Unclaimedbaggage.com.
somebody's used crap.
I mean, you wash it. I don't really care if it's a shirt or something. I mean, there's a lot of things that are used from other people that I don't want, but
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I was saying.
dangerous. But I think like shirts and stuff, I don't care,
There's electronics.
Yeah, there
on
are
here.
electronics. It's not just clothes. And now Producer Butters is on board. And now he's all about it. So yeah, I mean, you've got electronics, you've got lifestyle, you've got dresses. There's clearance for lost things, women's blouses. I'm gonna scroll through those, but it's wild. Like people, I think it changes like every day because everybody's always losing baggage. But could you even imagine, like, oh no, I lost this really fancy jacket.
They lost the luggage, found it, and then they lost you.
Yes. Like,
Okay.
it's just wild.
Why glasses? Really?
Well,
Yes,
lots of
glasses.
people lose
Oh
glasses.
my gosh.
Shoes.
There's a huge
Yeah,
option.
I wouldn't pay that much for
Those
glasses.
shoes look so beat up.
Dude,
though.
I just found a shirt. This shirt is $59.99. Retails at $315.
My voice did something weird.
Good
That was weird.
Lord. That is insane.
A Prada double match heavy cotton.
Where is it?
Down shirt. $1,032.99.
Is that on sale?
Well, it says it retails at $1,720.
Nice.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, Prada. Go Prada.
That is not a cute shirt.
Typically it isn't with high style things like that. Anyway, it's just fascinating the things that you can find with this unclaimedluggage.com or whatever. So I will be perusing. I will not buy anything. I'll just look.
I'm just gonna get out of there.
That's probably a good idea. Probably a good idea.
It'd probably be safer to go to the DI.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's not as fancy.
Eh.
There's not as many fancy things there going on right now.
Eh.
So anyway, there's that. Is there anything else? I mean, obviously there's a lot of hot garbage going on right now. Twitter probably isn't going to exist tomorrow. Is anybody sad about that?
Not
Tomorrow?
really.
Why tomorrow?
It's just
Dude,
it's being driven.
It's a
into
hot
the
hot
ground.
mess. So Elon, Daddy Elon, as some people call him, not me, but
Daddy Musk.
Daddy Musk, as again some people
Ew.
call him, not me. So he has called for basically everybody that's working out of office. You must come in and you must work
Right.
in house. And basically he gave them the ultimatum, said you need to commit to, quote, hardcore work environment, end quote, or resign with severance pay. And he wanted answers from the workers yesterday. And so everybody was like, we out. See ya.
So I thought he was softening on that.
Oh, no. Twitter employees started posting. They were leaving. It's a mass exodus. There's entire teams that were representing critical infrastructure that are voluntarily departing the company at serious risk of leaving the company at serious risk of being able to recover. Somebody, I don't remember who it was, that tweeted about it. Basically, he turned off everybody's badges and was like, yeah, you're not able to come into the stores anymore. That was like yesterday that it said that he had like suspended people's badges, everybody's badges, so nobody could come in and come work, and they didn't know if they were going to have jobs in the morning or whatever. And so it was like he suspended everybody's badges, but then he had to call like the head guy that he had just fired to help him unsuspend his badge, because in doing so he suspended his own badge and the other
Oh, that
people
would
who
come
were
with a price.
executives. Oh, I know.
That would be coming with a
Oh,
price.
I know.
No, that sucks.
So
That
Twitter
sucks, buddy.
Twitter
You
headquarters-
fired me, remember?
Twitter
That's like
headquarters
that.
have they've had quite the those like turnstile signs that are LED that go all the way around, They have had quite the words on them about Daddy Musk, since he has no way to control those signs and doesn't know how to. So Twitter employees known for trolling, it's hilarious.
And it's Twitter.
It's that's the whole point of it.
Hello.
Like, so it's really interesting to see how it's all going to play out, because I have no idea.
Well, the bird might be dead.
I know, and that's what
It's kind of sad, but
Do we
also,
really care?
Like,
I mean, I use it. I use
it's
Twitter.
the one I use the least.
Me too. It's the one I use the least as well. However, when like Instagram or Facebook is down,
Yeah, that's
good
where you
old
go.
trusty Twitter is always there to tell me.
Because you
Not
know, if
anymore.
Facebook goes down, Instagram's gonna go down.
Correct. And so it's like, that's always where I can figure it out. And then same thing with like TikTok. If there's any issues with TikTok, it's like I go immediately to Twitter. And that's where I get, I mean, now it's a hot mess, but that's where I get all of my, not celebrity news, but it's where I get a lot of updated information, like what's trending with people, because it's based on hashtags and whatever else. So it's, it's just really interesting. And then he said something about how he wanted to step down as CEO and then wanted somebody else to take over.
Well, how do you do that when you're the
You
one
bought
that
it.
You bought it.
You bought it. Like, I don't know. So it's a hot mess. I don't know what's going to happen at all. But yeah, Elon Musk is pushing hardcore work at Twitter and saying some people to sleep in the office. Like, he says he's not super worried about it. Who's going to work there? Like, if everybody walks away, who do you think is going to come help you? Like, I don't know. I think it started satirically, and now everybody's like, you're an idiot.
So there's like another social media coming up, I guess, because of this.
Oh, I'd believe it.
It's like Mastodon, I think. Mastodon.
Joke's on him. He probably actually started that one.
Ah.
And that's why he wanted to run Twitter into the ground. Conspiracy theory, of course.
That's probably true.
It says that they're German programming.
Okay.
It's a microblogging site, I guess.
Interesting.
Whatever that means.
It's a mess. This looks like mad chaos. I don't know what's going
Did
on
you
with
expect
it.
anything different?
I expected it to be more long drawn out than a month. I expected it to be like over the course of a year.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was me, I would like come in and see how it's running first before
Right.
I just we're
He
done.
came in, everybody got fired, and was like, everybody's coming back to work in the office. And I was like, you know what?
I mean,
You're
I've
garbage.
Bye.
I've
No.
seen some of the videos like do I have a job today? And they like watch me get ready as I find out if I still have a job.
Yeah.
And then they go to their email, they get all ready or whatever, and go to their email and it goes, "You've been terminated."
Seriously.
Yay.
So
That sounds like a company here.
Dave Portnoy, he tweeted and said, what do people mean when they say Twitter's going to shut down? Doesn't it kind of run itself? I feel like engineers are for change, not to keep running. I also don't know anything. Hey, Elon, want to do a Twitter space with me? I'm so confused. And he responded and said, the best people are staying, so I'm not worried. Like,
Oh,
okay. I don't know. I just don't understand. It's a mess. The whole
happy
thing's a mess.
holidays. You have no job.
That's it. Yeah, that's exactly it. And it's like the people who are
Thanks.
running with Twitter, who are working with Twitter right now, big tech in general right now, very interesting landscape. I mean, Meta laid off a bunch of people. A lot of the other tech companies in, Utah and all over the country are laying off a lot of people. And so it's like, are they all just going to get together and create one big corporation that's going to take over all of them? I don't know.
A monopoly?
A monopoly?
I hope not.
That's what Zuck wanted.
Of course he did.
Daddy Zuck.
He should have bought Twitter for 45.
That's it.
You should've.
45 Billy. It's just a whole mess. Anyway, so there's the hot mess of Twitter. Got you a little bit updated as to what's going on. We have no idea.
I don't think anybody does,
No.
really.
I don't think Elon does. I think Elon's just like,
Go
well,
focus on Tesla.
yeah. What's on fire now?
Yeah.
Is it not Tesla? Oh, okay.
Tesla's not on fire, so let's set Twitter on fire.
That's exactly
Let's
it. This
do
is
it.
boring.
You know,
Let's-
could you
I
imagine?
need a bonfire
Could you
somewhere.
imagine if you were the previous CEO and you just got that $44 billion check? You know what I mean?
Dude, I would
Obviously, you're not going to
bounce.
get the whole thing, but I'm just saying,
Right.
like, you're like, yeah, of course,
Sure.
juices, I'm out.
Sure, good luck, bud. I'm sure it would hurt a little bit because it's like your soul is still like, because
It's your
that's
baby.
yeah, because I'm pretty sure that's Dave
Honestly, I
Portnoy.
don't really care. Like, if I sold something, do whatever you want with it. I don't care.
Right.
Burn it to the ground.
It's all very messy. So I don't know. It's all a mess. Everything's a mess. Thanksgiving is next week. It's probably going to be a mess as well. Families.
I hope
You won't
not.
be able to tweet about it.
No, I won't be able to tweet about it. What am I going to do?
Do we still have a Twitter account?
We do. That's where this is streaming right now, is on our Twitter. We'll probably be shut down before the end of the day.
Woohoo!
We'll have to
Woo!
buy our official check mark.
That's right. We got to buy the check mark, and then we got to wait for the official check mark to come through after we paid to get verified, and then we get verified. It's a whole mess.
Oh my gosh.
Anything else anybody wants to add before we bippity boppity bounce?
I'm speechless.
Same.
Stay away from the bird.
Stay away from the bird.
That's
But then
right.
eat the bird
but then
next
eat
week.
the bird. That's right. All right. This has been The Perspective.
Bye.
Goodbye.